Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and we're back to the new, or I guess we're not really back. We're back, but we're doing the new 200 run series. So this is all starting over. We're doing it all over again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first one, but the first one was kind of like at a slow pace. We only added the loot from one dungeon or one farm every single week, so we can kind of see how the cells built up. But this time for part 2 series, and this is going to be our first week of the part 2 series, so we're just adding the loot right now. We didn't have a clean out because we had to do the farms first, right? So after this video, which I'm doing this on Sunday, but it's going to be coming out to you on Monday, we're going to actually be adding the loot to the bank, see if we can get any sales for this first week, see if they're better than the first week we had with the first series. Now this is going to be a little bit mixed because we're not holding back, we're not holding on to anything. So I haven't completed all my farms yet. We did do the 200 runs of dire maul, so we'll be going over that, and then I did actually only complete 100 runs of iron dock, so we'll be going over 50 runs worth on each druid that each druid got from iron docks. And then I only got 1 hour of Isle Thunder done in a group, at which we're going to do 2 hours because we did 10 hours before solo, but which is 1 hour for each druid, but we're going to do 1 hour for each druid in a group farm compared to that, and see kind of how different it is, and you know, if it makes a difference and everything. Plus now we're going to have 3 different farms worth of loot going up on the auction house. Definitely should have some better sales this week. Plus I think, you know, prices have changed on things and everything, so that's going to make a difference. But yeah, it should be really exciting. Hopefully it's not too confusing with everything being mixed up. Yeah, we're always going to get a little bit of the short end of the stick here because they're not getting anything from Isle Thunder this week. It'll all be on Proudmoore because we only got 1 hour done. Hopefully we can get that next hour done next week, and maybe next time I'll switch it around if we have to split up the group farm or something, but unfortunately we can only get 1 hour of the group farm done. So anyway, it is still just a joint effort just to get to 10 million as fast as possible. So we don't want to hold any of these items, even though we've only done 1 hour of the open world farm. Don't want anything sitting in the bank vault when it could be making us gold, right? And the 2 realms do work together to get us to that goal. So anyway, before we do get into this loot, I did actually look back over everything that we got, just kind of skim through it as far as what we got the first time around. So we'll kind of maybe point out a couple little things where it may make a difference as far as, you know, if we got a little bit more here this time or we got a little bit less this time, which is totally possible, and things like that. But I'm not really going to like put everything up on screen that we got this and that, and I didn't separate all that. But you can always go back and watch the video and compare the 2 videos if you like. I mean, they're still up on YouTube and they're all in the playlist and everything like that. But anyway, before we do dive into this first set of loot, that's going to be what will be in our alliance too. Now both our horde troons, because we're Zandalari, and actually we're running 4 now. We actually I would like it if you guys would hit that thumbs up if you like these videos. Definitely would let me know that you guys like it, and helps me out. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. So guys, let's go ahead and dive right into our first bank alt, who's going to be holding the loot from our first druid, which is also everything going to Proudmoore. We'll go over everything going to Proudmoore first, and then we'll hop over to stuff going to Thrall. But first, we're only going to be going over what our, because like I said, I got 4 druids now, so we'll be going over everything that the first druid got, which was the 100 runs worth of loot for dire maul, and then also they got 50 runs worth of loot for our iron docks, which actually won't go over right now. We'll go over that 1 hour's worth of loot from Isle Thunder, then we'll look over the iron dock stuff. So anyway, here we go. Let's go ahead and check out our first druid here. Okay, so, or not our first druid, our first bank alt. So this is the one that everything goes on Proudmoore. And our first druid did complete 100 runs worth of dire maul East, and then 1 hours of Isle Thunder, and then I got hopped over to the one on the second account, and we'll cut the video and we'll come back to it for the 50 runs worth of loot from Iron Dock. So first up, dire maul East. Here we go. uh so I don't know, it didn't feel like we were getting as much as we got last time. And honestly, though, it did seem like we got about the same amount of stuff. We actually, I did do 2 tabs here because I got the books here. But the thing was, I think we got a lot more of the higher value pieces the first time around. And even going back and looking at the video, it did look like we got better pieces. One, we got like 3 things of fire main leggings. We didn't get any this time, and we haven't even looked at the horde tune yet, but we didn't get any. We also had like 8 epic drops the first time around, and some patterns. We got some patterns and some things here. We did get some epics here, some other stuff too. We did get some pretty decent stuff. I mean, and it filled up a whole tab here full of transmog, so it's not bad. And this is all of our low value stuff. Nothing really to go into too much. I mean, all pretty decent stuff. Stuff at or a little below 5,000. I mean, like this piece a little below 5,000, but I did actually already have it in the low value group, which means it probably was over 5,000 at one point. It's just recently went down. And again, things like that, they do go up and down a lot, especially this lower value stuff, but it has a very high sell rate, so I still kept it. But yeah, it's just your general low value stuff all around the 5,000 price point. Trying to see if there's anything close to 10. I'm not really seeing that. And then we also have our blue low value stuff, which this stuff is also pretty good. Sells rather quickly. Our phasing boots, we actually had quite a few of these last time around. We got one this time, at least on this one. Staff of Jordan, that is epic, but it's a low value epic, so I guess we got a little bit more of the epics than I thought, because one's low value. Midnight Mace, Grim Reaper, Hellslayer Battle Axe, and 2 Stalvins Reapers, so that one's at least over 10k. And then we've got our high value stuff over here, and this is the exciting stuff, right? And like I said, I just feel like we did get more the first time around. Even looking at the video, it looked like we may have gotten more the first time around. And we got Saltstone Surcoat, so nice. Get the Saltstone chest piece. They have went down in value quite a lot. I remember when this was like 80,000 gold in value. The Saltstone wrist pieces, 22,000. And then we got a high value blue piece, which is just barely over the 20,000, so it's not too high value, but it's over that 20,000 mark. 26,000. 0.012 sell rate though. Really nice sell rate on that one. And then our high value epics, we just got 2 of the fiery war axes, which is 57,000. It does say a 0.006 sell rate, but man, I feel like these things are very slow at selling. Although every time I've said that, it seems like they turn around and sell for me. Nowhere near that price, but again, getting about half that value, so around 26,000 is a really good sell for that item, actually, I feel. And then we got some patterns over here. We've got the Enchant Shield Lesser Parry here for 191,000. Actually, I have 2 of those, so we might trade one over to Thrall. That's typically what we do when we have 2 high value pieces, so really nice there. And then we also have the Star Belt pattern, so this was quite a surprise. So this in a way kind of actually made this time around better. Although this is a very slow seller too. It says 0.006, but it's really slow seller. And I have actually recently sold one, got a pretty decent value, nowhere near the 551, but I did get a pretty decent value. I feel I think it was close to 200,000 for it recently when I sold one. So yeah, we didn't get nothing like that the first time around, so really nice seeing that. And that didn't even come off out of a box or a chest. It actually dropped off a mob, so I was kind of really surprised to see that. And then we've got our items that actually came out of the lock boxes right here. So I did separate them out, just some low value stuff here, and then we did get a pattern for the Thistle Tea, which would be nice because we've completely taken everything out of the bags, off the auction house, everything from our bank alts to start completely over. So they have no more of these patterns. So we're just starting out fresh. So it's gonna be nice to have another one of those to put up on the auction house for us here. And then we have our books here. Now this is one area where I did see that we actually definitely beat our first time around, and these were really successful, I feel, the first series. Now they sometimes sold for a lot less than we wanted to, but we did, I feel like on average sold them for around 7,000 to 10,000. We actually even had them sell for like 17,000, even over 30,000 one time. But then a lot of times, I mean, it also sold at like 1,000 gold or less than 1,000 gold sometimes. So it fluctuates a lot. But we ended up with looks like on this one here we have 34. No, this is 39 actually. 34 on the other one. So we have 73 total of the books, and we only had like 46 total on the first time around. So definitely a lot more. Should last us a lot longer. I know we, at least on the Thrall realm, we actually sold out of them. So it was quite impressive that we sold that many of those. So, and again, of course, with Dire Maul East, the reason why we did that one first is also because of all the materials to get us started with some gold making at the very beginning, while we don't have as many transmog items to put up. And it didn't let us down. Plus, a lot of these, I know, like especially with the living essence here, has totally went up in value. And so it definitely is probably going to make a lot of difference when we actually post these items this time. Last time we made like 80,000 gold the first week. It was, you know, off of the materials alone. But now with the increase in value with the living essence, I'm sure we're going to make a lot more. We also got like 17 of the essence of water. Actually, we can just do the totals now. What is it? We got 26 total of the essence of water. This is between both tunes. 503 of the living essence. 144 of these dragon teeth. Ghost mushrooms, we got 159 total between both. Let's see here. What's another decent one here? All the other ones are kind of low. I mean, of course, we'll see the sales when we sell them. The materials should sell rather quickly. Trying to see, none of the other ones really have. I know this one, the purple lotus, I mean, this went down a lot. At one time, when I did like Meridon, it was like up over 100 gold. It's went down to 30, but still decent value, I guess, compared to some of the other ones. We actually have 161 of those. And then fell cloth, we have a total of 778 pieces of fell cloth. So if you need some fell cloth, do some Dire Maul East, man. You get a lot. But anyway, that's it for Dire Maul East. Let's go ahead and go to the next tab. That's going to be for our 1 hour's worth of farming Isle of Thunder. So let's see what we got here. So actually, I was quite shocked. I was expecting, still with it being solo, 10 hours was going to be so much more than 1 hour's worth of doing it in a group. Even though you get so much doing it in a group in 1 hour, but it's about the same. Honestly, we only filled up one tab on both tunes, and actually we, on this one at least, we probably still got more than what the Horde tune got the first time around when they did it solo for 10 hours. They didn't have as much. It was a lot of empty space in that first tab with that one. This one does look comparable to the Alliance tune though. For their first 10 hours, they actually did quite well, I guess. The only downside is they had some better high value items, and we just were unlucky with them this time around doing it in the group. They actually ended up having like 4 of the ritual head cleavers, and they actually had 2 restrung voodoo bows, and we don't have any here whatsoever. Now granted, when we go with the second time around and we get the group, we may actually get lucky and get some of those. Hopefully get some to trade over. So we didn't get any here. But here we got all of our low value stuff, and actually we got more low value pieces this time around, unfortunately. But the low value stuff does sell fast. But we got more low value stuff than we did in the 10 hours or the 5 hours. Within 5 hours comparable to this, doing it solo. So yeah, just items around 5 up to 20k. All these items are still good. I mean, you see they have really decent sell rates. Some of them kind of lower at the 0.02, but still worth selling. But yeah, Isle of Thunder is such a great farm. I even sometimes rank it above Solithus, just because you get so much in such a little bit of time, and these things do, fly off the shelf. Here's a pretty nice one, even at low value, 16,000 gold for that one, for these brittle Flame Reaver pauldrons. Let's see here, 14k for these. These are our weapons. I put the weapons at the end here. This one's at 18, so it's getting up there close to high value. Then we have this mace here, 14,000. Not really going to go into the low value stuff too much. Hex Belcher rifle, Also, you know, this is one I seem to see sell a lot. 16, almost 17,000 for that one. Engraved bow, right under the 5,000, but 0.007 sell rate, so definitely worth still keeping. And then we've got our high value stuff here. So these pieces are really good. The Forgotten Peacekeeper pieces, see them sell all the time. 53,000 for these wrists. Then we've got the Primordial Blood-Soaked Vamp Bracers, 36,000. Low sell rate on that one. Still don't think it's going to be a bad seller though. Primordial Blood-Soaked Breastplate, 40,000 for that one. Forgotten Peacekeeper belt here for 48,000. I'm surprised these sell rates are so low, because I feel like this stuff sells all the time. Primordial Blood-Soaked Leg Plates. Now this one's got a little bit higher sell rate, so maybe these sell more often than the others, but 41,000. Tarnished Fanatic War Boots, 57, almost 58,000. And then the Time Worn Shadow Tooth shoulder pads, 44,000. Again, 0.004 sell rate for those. And then we've got the Primordial Blood-Soaked Greaves at 38,000. And then we've got our higher value weapons here. Thunder Eagle Staff, 26,000. You see, it actually used to be a low value item, so the value is really increased on this one. Then we got the Sar Singer Spellblade. Actually got 4 of those. So we can trade one over, possibly. Though I don't know if I want to do it yet till we've actually had a chance to run the Horde tune through. So we may hold off on trading any of these over, but 24,000 for those. And then we've got some blues here. Unfortunately, they're both trinkets. This is high value, but probably just going to try to sell them for 1,000 or 5,000 gold for these two, because they're both trinkets. And as far as materials go, that is one area where we did get less here doing it for 1 hour in a group compared to doing it for 5 hours solo. We only got 26 of the Spirits of Harmony, whereas when we did it for 5 hours, we had like 50, I don't know, 56, something like that, a little over 50. So a little bit more, about half the amount of Spirits of Harmony, but still close to the same amount of loot. And you know, it's 4 hours less time. So, so really, really good. I mean, just doing 1 more hour, we've definitely had more loot, and about the same amount of the Spirits of Harmony. So definitely makes a difference doing this stuff in a group compared to doing it solo, even if you know, do it pretty efficiently. I feel like we did last time. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna cut it and we're gonna come back to another tune for Proudmoore, who's going to have the 50 runs worth of loot for Iron Docs. So we'll have Iron Docs this week and we'll have Iron Docs next week as well. All right, guys. So now here on our other bank, of course, now it's not Alliance's Horde, but it's fine. That's I'm doing everything Horde now, it seems like. But anyway, we got our 50 runs worth of loot that are what would have been our Alliance tune got, but now everybody's Horde now because we're doing the new speed druids. But this is what they got. So we ended up actually getting more, it seems like, than we actually even got with the 200 runs. And what that may mean is with our 200 run series, things may have, you know, been a lot lower in value. Things have maybe increased in value here some, or we just got luckier this time around. I don't know. But yeah, this is only half. We still have half of Iron Docs left to do. And this time around though, I mean, we've got one whole full, you know, tab here of low value stuff. And then we have almost a full tab of, you know, low value weapons here. And then we've got our, it's not really a tab. I mean, it's maybe about a quarter of a tab worth of our high value stuff. So last time I went back and looked at the Iron Docs for the 200 runs. So it's been 100 runs for, you know, worth of stuff here versus 50. And we only had 2 tabs. We filled everything in 2 tabs, which is still great, still a lot. One thing I did notice too that I forgot to do was with these new druids, I forgot to go and get the trade building built at my you know, garrison. So I'll have to do that. But then again, we didn't start farming those items until the first series, until after 100 runs anyway. So maybe it'll kind of even out, at least with those, if I go do it now before I do any more runs. But yeah, probably definitely want to get that done. So because that does bring in a little bit extra gold. We just won't have any this time around when we post these items. But anyway, let's go ahead and go over the items. So this is just a whole tab full of our low value stuff, armor items, no weapons in here. I did separate those because the weapons are actually the big part of Iron Docks, I feel. I mean, these are the items I constantly see sell from WOD. Now, not to say I do see these items sell too sometimes, but nowhere near as fast as the weapons do. The weapons sell all the time. They're really, really good when the weapons come in with WOD items. But anyway, we did get a lot. You got your Stonebreaker, your Shardback, Gold Rock items here. Some of them were pretty up there. I mean, we got one over here at like 12,000. We had another one I saw at like 16,000. Highlands belt here, Highlands Warp Scale, Dagger Jaw, Ronnie. I just want to quickly go through this stuff. Mandragon, I do see sell a lot actually. Soulkeeper Cloak, Gold Rock Helm. Just kind of trying to breeze through the names here because there's so many, and it's just low value stuff, so nothing too exciting there. And then we've got our weapons here. Now these are kind of the stars of the show here. They might be low value, but all that stuff does add up and they sell quite consistently and quite quickly as well. 17,000 for this shield here, Shardback shield. We got a Rock Spine shield here. Then we've got Zangara wand. Let's see. Still don't want to name off everything since it's low value. Soulkeeper, Evermom, Soulkeeper Spellblade here. We've got Arcanite Dagger, Arcanite Greatsword. Always seeing this Arcanite stuff sell too. That's another big seller right there. Arcanite Staff, another Arcanite Staff, but just a little bit different look. That's kind of odd. It's like the same exact name, but it looks different. Huh? I don't think I've ever noticed that before. That is so odd. Totally different look, same name. Am I losing it here, guys? That's something. Now these are the really nice ones too. The swords here, the Creeper Claw stuff, really nice. They sell really good. Let's see, Insight stuff. Insight stuff sell all the time as well. Vine Wrapped, Arcanite Gun, and yeah, I mean that's basically it for these items. All pretty much around the same stuff here. But yeah, really good stuff. Vine Wrapped just looks the same as this one here, just different color. Some more shields here, and then this is what we got out of the lockbox. That's why I separated out Frostbitten Staff, and then we've got the Lunar Glow Cord here. Just two low value pieces. We didn't get too many lockboxes. And then we've got our high value stuff here. And then with this, did I put some low value blue stuff in? No, I don't think so. It's all high value. So we got 4 of these gloves. Unfortunately, we got 4 of them. But 30,000.003. Orani robe here, 25,000. And then we got some of our high value weapons here. The Arcanite Broadaxe, 28,000. Only 0.01 sell rate though. Creeper Claw bow here, just at that 20,000 mark actually. 0.003 sell rate. Insight's Greatsword, 26,000. So not too high value, but this stuff, like I said, does add up. Insight's Gun, 24,000. And then we've got our blue items here, or actually, oops, another Insight's Gun. We actually have 3 of those. Now we've got our blue items here. So we've got this stylus here, 119,000. Actually, I have sold this in the past, and I've sold it for a pretty nice amount. So this one definitely does sell, I know for a fact. So really nice there. We've got Kaniki's cane here for 238,000 gold. Really slow sell rate though. So Brius Signet. Oh, actually, that's a ring. That should have gone over here to the rings. I don't know why I put that. It looked like a wrist. I think that's why I probably put it over there. Because still, even though it's blue, I'm just going to put that in the inflated group. Railwind's Crimson Cowl here for 89,000. It's a helm piece. And then we've got this transcription of Horato. That is going to be an offhand. 78,000 for that one. So not bad, not bad. And then we only got 1 epic so far. And then we're also still only halfway through. So We've got Larius Shining Circlet, 274,000. Now this one I do know sells. I have actually sold it. I don't think I sold it for that much. I think I only sold it close to 200. It was a little under 200,000, like 100 some thousand, but it might have been like 100,000 less than its actual value. But that's still really good because that means it was still above half its value. And I feel like on high pot realms like I'm on, if you sell it for at least half its value, it's still a really good sell. And then we've got these rings and neck pieces here, and trinkets and stuff will go here too if we ever get any, but we only got rings and necks. And these all go in my like little inflated group where I sell stuff. Just try to sell these things for like 1,000 gold just to get rid of them. And it does work. They do actually sell. Sometimes they sell for a little under 1,000, but it's just trying to get more than what the vendor will actually give me for them, because you can't really transmog rings and things. Just trying to get rid of them and get a little something for them, right? But that's it as far as everything going on Proudmoore this week. So we'll have to see if any of these items sell, either from Iron Docks, Isle of Thunder, or if we sell anything from our Dire Maul loot. So now let's go over and take a look and see what our Horde Toon got. Now they won't have anything from Isle of Thunder. They're only going to have the 50 runs worth of loot from Iron Docks, and they're going to have the 100 runs worth of loot from Dire Maul East. All right, guys. So now over to when I would say this is what our Horde Toon got. Both of our tunes are Horde now, but this is what goes on Thrall versus Proudmoore. First off, we'll start off with the 100 runs worth of loot from Dire Maul East and see what we got there. Just like we started off with Dire Maul East, you know, starting out with Proudmoore. So about the same, I would say, as what we saw with the Proudmoore. We've got our low value stuff here. Maybe some different items. I don't remember if we had any Ember Silk robes here. Actually, they're just barely under 5,000, but decent sell rate. But still really good. We got a ton of these stone cloth vests over here. I don't know if we even had any of those over there, but man, we've got a ton over here. Yeah, that's a lot. 16 of them. No, we did actually have some over there. Okay, so they had 6, we have 9 over here. So it gives us 16. I guess just 9 stands out a lot more than 6 does. But yeah, not bad items. Still, you know, the low value stuff does tend to sell a lot quicker, so hopefully we'll see some of those things sell. And then we've got our low value blue items here. We've got a Skull Lance shield here. Didn't see one of those over there. Again, this is just low value stuff though, so nothing too exciting. This one is at least 10,000. Basin boots, we actually had 3 of them over here. We only had 1 over there. We've got the Ziggler here. Scorpion Sting, I didn't see one of those over there. I think they actually came out of a chest though. Midnight Mace, got 2 of those. And then we've got our high value stuff. Saltstone Surcoat. So we got another Saltstone chest piece. Unfortunately, that's the only Saltstone piece we got. Any wrist or gloves or anything else like we got on the other one. And then we've got our Wolverine harness here. So we got Wolverine harness on both. So that's really nice. 26,000. And then we actually got an Arcade Defenders. Really nice one here. Sell these all the time. 90,000 gold. Again, no fire main leggings like we got the first time around. We actually had 3 of those. We also had like a dazzling long blade or long sword, whatever it's called. We had a bunch of other nice things. We don't have any of the patterns, so we definitely can trade one of those formulas for enchant lesser parry over to here. See if we can sell one of both realms. But unfortunately no star belt pattern like we had over there. And then we do have a neck and a ring here, so I'll just go in that inflated group. And then we got what we got out of the chest here, or the lock boxes. So just some low value stuff. It looks like here just 3 different low value pieces, but we did at least get 3 Thistle Tea patterns, so gonna be nice. These do sell quite often for us, not necessarily at the 14,000 there, but they do sell quite often for us, so definitely a nice thing to have up on the auction house. All right, guys. Again, the materials we already kind of went over because we went over the totals of what we have between both tunes already, so no need to really go back into that. Let's go ahead and hop over and see what our tune got for Thrall for 50 runs of Iron Docks. All right, guys, so now on to our Iron Docks loot. 50 runs, so we're still not done yet. We'll have more loot next week on Iron Docks, but this is going to be at the halfway point. Still want to add all these things to the auction house, but this time it's for Thrall. Let's see how it compares to what Proudmoore got. Again, we have a whole full tab of low value stuff. So it seems like we still got more than we got the first time around on the whole 200 runs in total. But then switch over to the tab with the weapons. Definitely didn't get as many weapons. So we are a little shy here because, you know, they were both about the same with the 200 run series. So maybe we did just get a little bit luckier on the actual gear pieces this time than we did the last time around. I'm not sure because our weapons are a lot less, which we had a full tab on both, you know, with the first series with the weapons anyway. I think we actually had less. So and also again, and maybe at least with these items, the values went up on a lot of them. So it tended to make me actually keep them because they're over the 5,000 gold threshold versus before they were probably under or something. And then we've got our third tab here where we actually have our high value stuff. Now this time we did only get one pair of those gloves. We got the same gloves, so it seems like they drop quite often. And then we've got our weapons, definitely a lot more high value weapons than I recall from when we went over it the first time with Proudmoore. Let's see, we've got this gold rock shield here, 49,000. Two of those actually, so we can trade one of those over if we need to. Incise greatsword. Now I do remember we had that over on Proudmoore and actually got two of those. We got the Incise gun, 24,000. We actually have three of those. And then we got the Creeper Claw bow, 20,000. And we've actually got four of those. And then we've got the Arcanine broadaxe here at 28,000. And we have two of those. And then we do have a blue item here. Why did I separate? I'm not sure. Oh, this is a low value blue item. That's why I separated. Only 12,000 for this one. And then we have our high value blue items here. The mystical cap of skill, 113,000 for that one. And then we've got our treasure hunter bandana here for 99,000. The Amani's velvety touch gloves here at 48,000. And then we've got the Caddy's grass stained slippers for 281,000. Really nice value on those. So hopefully we can see those go. And then we've got one epic here, the High Maul Magi scarf, 149,000 for that one. So both at least got one epic. We'll hopefully see more. We don't see a Blackrock bulwark. Hopefully with our next 100 runs, 50 runs on each one of them will get us that Blackrock bulwark. That's the goal, to see one of those drop. We did get a lot less rings and things here, which is in a way a good thing because we really don't want a bunch of this stuff, but we will try to get rid of it at that 1,000 gold price point. But got, you know, good 8 rings in next here, even a blue one here, unfortunately. But anyway, guys, that's it for week 1. Again, we didn't get an hour done with our what would have been our horde tomb, but our tomb for, you know, gets the loot for Thrall. We didn't get an hour of Isle of Thunder done there, so we don't have anything to go over for Isle of Thunder with this bank alt, but we will hopefully have that next week. And then the next open world farm we'll actually do is Solithus. And of course, you know, you guys, the schedule is as far as the farms go. But right now I need to finish up Iron Docks. I probably need to go build my trade building so we can start collecting those pieces. And then the next one I have coming up, what was the next one? I'm trying to think what the next one was. I can't really recall. I might have to pull it up over here. What is after? I think it's Welling Caverns. Maybe Welling Caverns. Yep, it's Welling Caverns, and then it's Ramparts. So that's you know, kind of a sneak peek to what's coming in until you guys can actually see the sheet and actually make that first clean out video. But anyway, want to get these things up on the auction house, see if we can make some gold in our first week, see if we can make more than we made our first week of actually doing you know, the 200 run series part 1. Of course, we'll have a lot more variety this time around because we got a lot more done and we're adding everything instead of just holding back. But anyway, hope you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and smash the big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one, and so you guys don't miss any of my other videos. Well, that's gonna do it for me in this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and take care, guys.